body, my choice.
Your body, your choice.
Your body, your choice.
Your body, your choice.
Your body, your choice.
Hands off our jobs.
Hands off our jobs.
Hands off our kids.
Well, we're down here at Supreme Court Gardens after the march here. This is quite a few people rolling in. March was pretty long and big. How you going, buddy? What have you got to say about the West Australian government and their bullshit mandates?
And their bullshit mandates? No mandates.
It's real bullshit.
Real bullshit.
They just anti-science, anti-thinking.
What do you think?
I think it's bullshit. I think we just need to get rid of our government and start fresh. We the people need to make decisions for we the people.
No individual on this planet, to be fair, has the right to dictate to another what they can and cannot do with their life in its entirety. You know, we're all people of the earth. We're all respectful of each other. We respect that we have differences of opinion, but no man can come in, or woman can come in and say, you're both wrong, I am right. You know, we all live our life in a peaceful, respectful way. We have done for centuries. What's changed? The people at the top have changed. The actual people will never change, and we're not going to stand for it.
What do you think of the ultimatums that the West Australian government's given the people in regards to the no jab, no job policy? What are your thoughts on that with you and your massive flagpole there?
Look, in all honesty, I mean, I'm a worker, and if he's going to stop me from working and pay me to sit on the dole, well, I mean, it's pretty stupid in all fairness. But and it sucks because I love working, but it is what it is, right? Yeah. That's why I'm here. And I believe that's why a lot of us, all these other people are here too. Most of us here, I can guarantee you, most of us all work. And this whole no jab, no job, there's your next run on the dole, all around us. You have your right to say what you want to say. I mean, hey, that's the whole thing behind freedom, right?
I'm all about peace to everybody, bro. I send peace and love to the WA government. I'll tell you why, because they're just being controlled by a force that's not even human, bro. It's an entity. It's a collective entity that is exponentially growing of its own accord due to compliance, due to fear. Fear is a disease that once it infiltrates the hearts of men, it's very, very hard for it to be expelled. But the only way you can expel it is through love. And I believe if we show enough love to those people in the government, then we can remove that fear from them also. So, yeah, I try not to have any hatred in my heart to anyone, man. But I will say that I really am standing now on the hill and saying, look, me as an individual and 60, 70,000 people today say no. No to mandates, no to vaccine passports, no to anything that's out of their jurisdiction, which is anything to do with my body and everyone else's body. That's my jurisdiction, and I'm a sovereign man. No man stands above me, not even the government, not even the king. The only thing that separates us from kings and queens is a title. That's all I have to say, bro.
I think it's criminal, it's unconstitutional, and it's amazing that McLeod has gotten this so far this way with breaking all the laws. Everything the government has done, I mean everything, regarding this thing has basically been a failure. The mask mandates, completely useless, scientifically useless. The PCR test is now thrown out the water. Everything they do, social distancing, it's all made up like McGowan's policies.
We put them in power for them to govern us, but to put on all these restrictions and mandates and disrupting families, work colleagues, basically the human race, is they sold themselves out to the higher power that they affiliated to.
It doesn't require
and
everyone to awaken to
what we've got to do as simple people
is
stand up and fight. Because as you heard earlier, with a couple of youngsters speaking before, it's their future. If we don't stand up for them, then we've got no one to blame.
restriction,
ourselves.
or brute
Freedom Media crew hard at work, as usual. Excuse me, mate, you got a spare drag?
I certainly have. Would you like one?
No, I'm just wondering, I think Mark McGowan might need some. It's not green in there, is it?
No, it's not. No.
I thought it might have been green because we need to send some to McGowan to check.
No, just the old
of the new world.
Too easy, buddy.
We find unity.
no mandate.
On which the vaccine is based,
I don't like any governments. I'm a character, I'm one of a kind.
It's not their fault. They don't know what they're doing. They don't understand. They don't understand what they are as part of all creation, and they don't know that by trying to take away from others and manipulate others, that they're only taking away and manipulating themselves. These poor souls need to be saved.
It's a control issue, and therefore we got to get something to happen here. We got to see this stop, because this cannot go on, because it's going to affect the health of too many children. As a fact.
Not a fan of McGowan. Yeah, no, I'm very critical of these mandates. Yeah, open up, the borders, I reckon.
I have nothing to say. Well, we're trying. Again, there's not a word to explain it, is it? It's unbelievable, really. I can't believe it's happening.
I deserve to see my friends in community sport. I deserve to see I deserve to go to the swimming pool. I deserve to go to the movies if I've had the COVID jab or not.
I got nothing nice to say about him, that's for sure.
It's a little unfair how people have to do a stupid vaccine even though kids are dying. Kids are literally having heart attacks by doing it, and it's not right for us kids. I have autism, and it's unfair how I have to wear a mask at school, even though sometimes I can't really handle it. Even though it says that if you have autism, you don't have to wear a mask.
I didn't know that. You should just not wear one.
No, I will get suspended.
I'm just wondering, there's a bloke over there with a mask, right? I'm wondering, I mean, it's personal choice.
Personal choice. No comment.
But it does make me think, why is he the only one here with a mask on? Right over there.
Maybe he's used to it, no idea. I'm not wearing one.
Yeah, good on you. And what do you think of the WA government doing what they're doing with these boosters to the people?
I don't agree with it, full stop. It's a free country, always was. Should be that way still. There's other options. So, dead against what they're doing, that's for sure.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Are you not happy with these mandates?
No, I'm chasing a child.
Oh, I'm
it's
let you
my
go.
own.
I think you were coming over to me. I'll leave you to it.
Well, I think where it was really pushed out was the mandate on restrictions for people to go to liquor stores, restaurants, cafes. That's pushing it far too far. I believe McGowan is very egotistic, developed into an egomaniac, and I think he's got this power appetite that he doesn't want to part with. And I believe that he needs to be removed from office, and as we know, the governor has the power to remove him. I believe that he's pushed his ego far too far, and he's got to be mindful that on the next election, people will remember. Today's crowd is evidence on how majority of people feel, and little do we know how many others there are that have not turned up today that are feeling the same way as the ones that are here today. Haven't made the commitment to arrive and come, but I believe this can be very detrimental to the McGowan government. And I'm hoping they sack McGowan. He deserves to be sacked. He's almost delinquent in his behaviour. And nothing would please me more to get rid of him. And I'm hoping one of the other non-specific parties take position, take platform to fight for the people in a sincere way rather than a false way.
And that they've got more to do with government power and control than anything to do with the care for our health at all.
Mandated vaccinations are not a good idea at all. It should all be voluntary. Like, seriously, if you want it, that's all good, but it cannot be mandatory. Making it mandatory is just increasing people's mental health, and I mean that's been really, really tough for people, their mental health struggle through this, because there's so many pressures on people. It's adding stress to people, and people's mental health is seriously suffering. So yeah, it's not great.
So who do you?
I'm just doing my own. It's my own channel. So hang loose,
okay.
hang loose recluse on YouTube.
Fair enough.
I cover it. Do you need? You want to fly just in case? Or?
Look, I support all these guys, Freedom Media and all the other guys. So yeah, absolutely, we need people like you.